Clive. Sorry again.
Don't worry. I believe this will more...
Let's see here. What's this? I don't recall ordering any silk or velvet, or if that devilet of a draper expects me to pay for these.
You needn't worry on that score, Hortense. I can always return them if you like.
Oh, no. Oh, there's no need to be hasty now, Clive. I'm sure I can put... Speaking of which one's most to your liking?
This one?
I've a mind to give a piece to... Did you know she's quite the little...
I know needlecraft was amongst her lessons.
Her lessons? Oh, that's right.
Not quite together. When my father put down the uprising in the Northern Territories, Jill was taken as a ward to ensure that her father, the Silvermane, would keep the peace.
She's an honest-to-goodness princess, then. I could tell, you know. Some people just have that air about them. Not many round him. I'd offered to sew her something that might better suit her station. But she'd most likely turn me down, as she always does. Tell me not to waste the fabric when it's better used on the children.
Don't take it the wrong way. She certainly seems to be attached to the last outfit you made her.
Oh, sometimes I think she never takes it off.
Or perhaps she'll make something for herself with your...
We'll see.
Lady Hortense said she'd give us our dresses soon.
It makes me
Said
proud
they'd be
to see
made
her
of
wearing my
linen.
dress.
I only wish she'd let me make
Sid, welcome back. If I'd just waited. Or maybe I wouldn't.
Cole and the others got home safely.
No, I was lucky. What kind of leader sends people into danger without I should have urged greater caution.
We swore the same oath.
It's good to see you safe and well.
With all due respect, we Cursebreakers don't risk our lives because you commanded of us. No one with doubts ever joins our ranks.
We all know how much bravery...
Cole, I never doubted. Thank you. I sometimes wonder if I might prefer to risk death alongside the others than... But I'm a Cursebreaker.
You will.
How are you doing? Quick look. Seen enough?
How may I help you today, Clive? You earned this. I don't have that one. You do.
hope you didn't have to.
Only the usual.
Oh, yes. This is...
You'll do fine.
Thank you. I'm sorry. The brand is more than just ink on flesh. It's one ill-conceived incision. And even success means tremendous. I became a physiker to help people.
Cursebreakers, they toil in the shadows. And yet we never won for
Conviction?
They're willing to fight. I know your work isn't easy. But neither is going under the knife.
You sound like it's natural for a patient to feel like... Thank you for helping.
I was a young man when last I walked this path. There's an old trading post not far from here. The road to Drake's Fang leads through it.
The trading post it is.
Our destination lies over that dune, beyond the ruins. Mark 'em well, Clive. It's all too easy to lose one's bearings in the sands. Many years ago, when you were just a boy, you and I rode this way together, accompanying your father on a scouting expedition to Drake's Fang.
He let me come with you.
I'm not surprised you don't remember. It was just before Joshua was born. You were so eager to be there when your brother arrived that you whipped your chocobo too hard on the journey home and fell from the saddle. I shall never forget how Elwyn fussed over you as you sat in the sand, bawling like a babe.
Who do you think those soldiers were?
So, Lord Cook has finally made his move.
Yes. I expect that's why there's so many soldiers in town, to deal with any Imperial reprisals.
Ah, there she is. The good old Dalamil Inn. Do you know, this heat has given me quite a thirst. Quick drink before we press on?
Look, there. Those are Ashen steeds. No doubt about it.
And such a long ride from Stonehere. Our Waluda friends must be soothing their saddle sores in the inn. Shall we join them? Run along and play now, Torgal. Dogs aren't allowed inside.
Good day to you. Eating?
Sorry about my pal. He only talks when his mouth's full. What do you recommend?
Well, if you're after something light, we do a fine chocobo soup with lentils and honey.
2 bowls of that, then. An ale.
Right you are.
Hey, girl!
Coming!
Your pal? Would you rather be my squire?
Your Grace, it is plain you are not yet well enough to travel. If you would only let me take you to someone who can better attend to your ills.
No, we must press on. Prince Dion has returned to his camp and will soon depart for the front. I must speak with him at all costs. Miss this chance and I may never get another. You do understand that?
Yes, Your Grace. But you must at least agree to take your medicine. I'll fetch you some water.
Keep watch, they tell us. But all I see is sand.
I hear they got our guest back to the Fang without any trouble. We'll be leaving soon enough.
Why the Lord Commander dragged us all this way just to save that blockhead's skin, I'll never know. Dominant or not, he's a bloody idiot.
That'll be Cooker, then.
Well, let's get this down us. We've a long way to go.
Hey, you!
Uncle?
Sorry.
Can you walk, Your Grace?
What's wrong?
I fear trouble may be brewing downstairs.
You two are travelers, are you not? Me and my companions are strangers here. Perhaps you'd be good enough to accompany us a while. Help us find our way.
Sorry, lads, but we've got business in Camber that can't wait.
Ah, I'm sure you could spare us an hour or two.
Come on.
Friend.
I'm afraid we don't have a moment to lose. Friend. Stay back, Uncle.
Gladly. It's the outlaw. Take him.
Try it.
Bravo, my boy! Just like that! For your trouble. Word of advice, miss. That soup could do with a touch more salt.
Now's our chance. Your Grace?
I'm fine.
Clive? What is it now?
It's nothing. Let's go.
Well, we didn't know where to find Kupka before. We do now.
The Royalists said it themselves. Their guest is in the Fang. We should press on before any more of their friends turn up.
Ah, they've closed the road. And it's the only way from here to the Fang. It would seem Lord Kupka is not accepting visitors at present.
We have to get through that gate.
Not by force, I trust. We've attracted quite enough unwanted attention already.
By guile, then. Perhaps the Desert Hare can offer us her aid.
Rosina Dalamil, woman of mystery. But how will we find her? We know naught of her but her name.
And that she was working with Cid. Cid's other collaborators have all been people of means, the wealthiest and most successful members of their communities. I'll wager this Rosina Dalamil is the same.
That would certainly help to narrow the search. We need only inquire as to who is in charge of the town.
And that's exactly what I mean to do.
Looks like we won't be getting back to Drake's Fang anytime soon.
Crystal delivery's over. Get back to your homes.
But I didn't get one.
Good day, my lord. Here you are. My thanks. Fare you well.
The gate is closed by order of Lord Kupka. Any attempt to gain passage to Drake's Fang will
How's
be
a
punished
trader
with arrest
expected to make a living
and incarceration?
roads without so much as a by your leave?
Light it, for Gilbert's sake. You're a bearer, aren't you? I was a fool to waste good coin on you.
Anything I can help you? Allow me. My good man, we represent one of the oldest. We're seeking to expand our business in the region and would very much like to make the acquaintance of Dalamil's leading on...
Well, we're best known for our baths, our markets, and our smithies. I suppose you could do worse than start your search.
Thank you. Oh, you wouldn't happen to know a lady by the name of Rosina Dalamil?
No.
Well...
1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal greens.
I named my price. If you can't pay it, that's your problem.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they find out you're from the Empire, they flat out refuse to do business with you.
Won't you come and play, handsome?
Your arms are like iron. Are all your muscles so hard?
Well, I'd be happy to show you, provided I can afford it.
It's all the fault of this blasted war. The moment they...
What do you want?
I won't keep you long. A woman by the name of Rosina...
Never heard of her.
One more question. If I wanted to find the richest trader in town...
Well, that's easy. The Briar's Kiss. Won't find a finer smithy. The owner's only a young sprig. But he's got all the...
The Briar's Kiss, you say?
I doubt this young sprig is the person we're looking for. You said Cid's contact was likely to be an influential sort. Influence comes with age and experience. Believe you me.
Mummy, I want to play with the crystal.
How many times do I have to tell you? It's not a toy.
Can I help you?
Yes, I'm a long-standing pillar of your community.
Then you should ask Ferda. He's been here for years. Knows the place and its people like the back of his hand. Try the baths.
Fang. Well, it sounds like we have our man.
Perhaps. Let's go and find out exactly what this Ferda knows.
Hanging lanterns, keep the darkness from your door.
Excuse me.
I am.
I hope so. Do you know Rosina Dalamil?
And what business?
She was a close friend of mine.
Very well. Go to the bordello.
Silver! Do you think we can trust him?
Only as far as I think.
So you're the ones who've been
I beg your pardon.
Don't play the fool. Stick your nose in our business.
Who are you working for?
He wanted us to...
Though one could hardly call...
Lord Ferda?
Look what the cat drew.
Your skill with the blade is rare. A fitting talent.
You know who I am. So what now? Call in the Men of the Rock and collect the bounty?
That isn't my decision to make. Our work is done. Take him to meet his precious Rosina. She will be interested to make his acquaintance.
Yes, my lord. To the Lock of Leisure, then.
To the Lock of Leisure.
Kneaded to a silken softness, like eating a cloud with a crust.
Take a sniff, good sir. You'll be
The
transported.
finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Is this the place?
Lubor's Forge. The bride.
Ah, so it was the Youngs. So much for Rosina Dalamil being a woman of experience.
It was an easy mistake to make, Uncle. After all, it must have been... Sorry. Whoever this Lubor truly is, he's clearly a...
See that he gets it. Lubor, Lord Ferda told me to bring them to you.
My boys tell me you're in need of assistance. Sid the Second?
I won't waste your time. I need passage through the south gate.
Tell me, what do you think is a merchant's most important commodity? Why, trust. Everyone knows that. Without it, you have nothing. And nothing is exactly what you have. And so, for you, I, too, have nothing. I'm not in the business of helping every lost puppy that wanders in off the street. I'm a busy man, as you can see.
Let's leave this mummer to his farce.
By all means. Find someone else to help you on your way. Just be sure to tell them you're not the two travelers from the inn the guards are looking for. Don't want them jumping to conclusions, do we?
Why, you...
So, what do we need to do to earn your trust?
I like this one. Willing to do whatever it takes to get what he wants. Ha! Men like you have a special place in my heart. Why, you ask? Because they get me what I want. Always.
Fine. So what do you want?
Don't tell me you're going to listen to this swaggering scruff!
We might as well hear him out. It's only natural that an ally of Sid's would seek assurances of strangers. Assuming he is an ally, of course. 5 years ago, he would have still been a boy.
And yet even then I had more good sense than a man, 5 times my age? But enough of the pleasantries. We were speaking of what I want. I want you to put an end to the trouble in Dalimil. Return to me when you have done so, and you shall have my aid. Until then, I bid you good day.
What trouble? If you're going to give us orders, be...
Manners, Greybeard. One catches more damselflies with honey.
What did...
My apologies. A word of advice in follow the Oh, but that was 3. Oh, I'm making this...
Ha! It will be easy. Let us divide our forces, Clive. I'd rather not...
I thought we were the only ones causing trouble in Dalimil.
Master Lubor has high expectations of you. Don't disappoint him.
Do you have a moment?
Depends what.
Just a question. Dalimil seems to be thriving compared to the other villages I came through on the way. Is there a reason for that?
Well, we're a stone's throw from Drake's Fang, for one. The soldiers guarding the Mother Crystal and the shipments need a place to spend their hard-earned. The men of the Rock throw their money about like there's no...
Is that so? Excuse me.
You've heard?
I've heard rumor.
Damn thing. Pilfering the crystals that were meant to fill our... Us common folk have hardly had a shard to share between us. And it isn't as if we can buy them on the black market either. Well...
meat and dog.
Fresh bread, warm from the oven.
You wouldn't believe how much he gave me. What can I do for you, sir?
I'm not.
Ugh, then be off with you. I serve the men of the rock.
You have.
Don't be stupid. I just know which side my bread is. I don't want to be stuck under some pauper when they come knocking. With pockets deeper than Zemeckis and an urge to him. Look, just leave, will you?
I think I'm starting to get an idea of what's been going on. I wonder if Uncle Byron's learned anything of use. They'll probably be back at the inn by now.
My carpets have pride of place in Castle Dasmore.
What was all that crashing and banging about before?
It's you. The one who... What do you want?
I'm looking for my pal.
The gentleman who was with you?
Thank you. Huh?
Will this suffice as it...
By the sands.
One of the many treasures in my collection that I would be...
All right. But naughty. What are you doing? Care to explain why you're giving gifts to Kupka's men?
Bait, my boy. One cannot catch one's prey without it. And I do believe I've snagged us quite the quarry. I started by asking around the markets as to... I had no luck, of course. It's forbidden to trade in such things. But my uncharacteristic indiscretion just happened to attract the attention of those uniformed ruffians. They took me aside and said they could procure the crystallized sort if I proved I could pay for it.
So the pearl was your...
I thought they'd ask for more. A second-rate specimen like that would only fetch 500,000 or so. A small price to pay for it, but enough about my little act of subterfuge.
That the supply of crystals has dried up of late. And some people seem to think they're being stolen. Meanwhile, members of Kupka's private guard have been spending money all over town. I'll wager those soldiers you've been talking to have been siphoning off crystals.
I'll wait.
We'll meet with them then and put an end to the...
Ha! It just goes to show one should never underestimate a Rosfield. I arranged to meet with the soldiers in a secluded corner of the Velcroy, far from prying eyes.
The perfect place for a spot of double dealing.
I trust I can count on your support if things turn sour.
Of course.
Let me treat you. I'm pretty flush.
I need a drink.
Why is the tavern shut?
I'll take it from here.
I was beginning to think you weren't coming.
All the silver and stone.
You brought the whole 500 talents.
That was the price we agreed upon.
Of course.
Not bad at all. But what of security? If I were to be stopped on the road?
Because these crystals are no longer the property of you're buying from them.
And we have no more jurisdiction here than you, my lord. But we have ships, and will gladly deliver to a port of your choosing, now that our price has been...
Royalists, eh?
Why? To collect their share of Drake's Fang's blessing, of course. Our nations are allies, and so they are entitled to a portion of the Mother... And, being such good friends, we elected to increase that portion. And now that these crystals are officially property of the Kingdom of Waloed, we are duty-bound not to interfere, no matter where.
Did you get all that? They're in...
So it... My lord!
Double-crossing dogs! Kill them! Kill them both!
It's not over yet, Uncle. Good! I'm just getting warmed up. Well, that wasn't too bad. How'd you like my performance, huh? I've often played the villain on the stage. I think...
Greybeard, you were magnificent. Such a shame you didn't have more of an audience.
How long have you been watching?
Long enough to witness your... I hardly expected one so venerable to...
This was the trouble you spoke of. The men of the Rock taking crystals meant for the common folk and conspiring. Well,
indeed it is. The people of Dalamil had scarcely any means of redress against Kupka's men, let alone if... Until you two... Well, we'd better get these crystals back to town. You won't mind. It occurs to me that I still don't know your name.
Clive.
Well, Clive. You held up. To tell the truth, you've helped a little there too. Many of the guards have already been redeployed to deal with the issue of them. And those left behind have been encouraged to look the other way should you attempt to pass through.
Thank you. And please allow... you still have the purse I gave to the soldiers, I trust. I saw you pluck it from one of the...
Oh, dear.
And my name is not Greybeard. It is Lord Buck...
No. Thank you.
Of all the...
Here. Any friend of mine who sees you with it shall be a friend.
Thank you.
And please, feel free to send... Tell them that Rosina Dalamil is back in bed with Sid.
Umia Lostelan. Tu Isakelis.
I'm trusting you, Sid. Or should I say, Clive. So be sure not to let me down. I have a reputation to uphold. Well then, I wish you a safe journey south.
Thank you.
Not at all.
Come on, Uncle.
even forged a butter knife.
I wouldn't put it...
Oh, sorry. I'm Sava, Master Luber, soon to be former apprentice if I don't pass this. People are buying up weapons faster than the Briar's Kiss can forge them. He wants me to make a carving knife, one that embodies the spirit. I don't suppose you have any...
I'm afraid not.
Never mind. Thought I'd ask.
I could give you... I know how busy the Briar's Kiss has been.
I'd be...
So?
Good question. If I'm on it. And then there's this little riddle to keep in mind.
The way I see it, there's only one way we'll be solving Loop. We need information.
You're right. There's no point now. There's plenty of folk in Dalamil. There's the butcher, of course. They're bound to have an opinion or two about the tools of the... All right. I'll talk to every cook I can find. You speak to the butcher.
All right.
Let's hope that someone says something.
Trust Lubor to take a simple test and turn it into a riddle. I'd better get to it.
Is it true what I'm hearing?
The finest fabrics, fresh from the capital.
Would certainly explain why we haven't been getting our fair share of late.
The most fragrant herbs and spices from the breadth of the twins and beyond.
Welcome, sir.
A question. I need to know what makes a...
You a blacksmith or
something.
Fair enough. First and foremost, it's got to hold an edge. Most knives will make it through fat, no problem. But give me a blade which can slice through anything that crosses my chop.
So a knife.
Made from the stoutest stoneware. Everything I've worked for. All those years of toil.
Are you all right?
The baths are closed. On second thought, perhaps you are...
That depends on the...
I'd have you save my business. The baths. The water's turned... I've no doubt that my woes... But I can't go and investigate for fear of my customers. I'm bound to these baths in more ways than one. I beg of you.
All right.
Wonderful. Leave the market by the south gate. The smell of these baths are all that keep me from my livelihood, my...
The baths are, closed for...
I'll be asking for you again, my sweet.
A 1,000 gil for a measly bunch of Gazal trees.
If you can't even fill... Ha! They've opened the gate!
Lubor was true to his word.
What is it?
Sorry.
Hunter?
I have a question.
Has to be able to put up with some punishment. Your knife snaps every...
Thank you.
All business, eh?
So... Carving knife should be hard-wearing and hold an edge. Hardly a revelation. Let's hope Sava had better luck than I did.
Just look at the detail.
Live. Farewell now.
So, you learn anything useful?
Only that a blade should be durable and stay sharp.
All the cook said was that he needs too heavy and...
So we're no better off than... Perhaps Lubor didn't mean anything, but that can't be right. I've bandied enough words with the man to know.
No doubt you're right. I have to make a start soon.
Agreed.
Right. I've been trained to work. Trouble is, it's easy, meaning someone is going to be disappointed.
Is there no one else you can turn to?
The other apprentices know better than to help me with my test. A merchant, a favourite of Forge Master Lubor's. I bet she'd know